Hello, IK here. Welcome to AddPostForm in application React Redux. But data is in memory, not remote. Here is add new post. Here we have one field more in form. It would be, we see Kevin Grant, but would be saved ID, user ID, title, user ID, and content. And now click on Save Post button. And it is visible. It means dispatch, we save post, on click save post, call handler, function handler, event handler. And that function dispatch action, object action, but write in action in calling function action creator. And the parameter of action creator would be title, ID, user ID, and content. It would be parameter. What go in that action would be dispatch to store, to reducer, and the action in and together with the actual state post create new actual state, immutable way by immutable way. And again, that title, user ID, and content would be dispatched in action creator. Dispatch action creator would be dispatch action creator will have that parameter, title, user ID, and content, and it would be dispatch to reducer. It is payload. It is payload. There is no tank function, only action creator, one action. Here it is. Here it is. Button save post, call on save post clicked. It is event handler. Event is on click on button, and call on save post click. And it is equal arrow function. If we need here in script that all three fields would be used. It means title, content that exists, and user ID we must choose. Only in that situation, we can dispatch post edit. Post edit is that action creator. What would be execute and produce action? It would be, it is call function. That function execute inside of parentheses of dispatch, and the result is action. A result of this is action. It is not tank, because we don't need go asynchron in asynchron process, but here is data is in memory of our devices, and it is all synchronized process and dispatch action creator. We can say the dispatch action, because it is final. This action creator function is final, what we call. Tank, in other situation, when we have data in a remote server, tank dispatch two dispatch two action type pending and action type fulfilled or rejected. Here in application 454, data are in memory of our device. It is data what would be would be deleted when we refresh our application or switch off our computer. Okay, it is dispatch, and after dispatch, we have set title, set content, and set user ID on empty, like it was before. Like it was before. Look at for button here. For button, we have not flex here, but we have this logical condition that all three fields in forms must be used. And here is can save, and that can save again title, content, and user ID must must exist, must be one, must be true, and that can save is also here button save post. It is attribute disable if not exclaim sign means not. Not can save, it means some of three fields not used, it's empty. It means can save. Button would be, we can set the hide, but would be blur, would be disable. Attribute disable is very clear what would be with button. And we have directly here security for click on click security that would not be empty any of the fields, title, content, and user ID. And here also in a function, it is a logical security again. It is logical security that we cannot, we can, on save post click, cannot, would not, can be, would be called, but would not be activate, would be stopped here on the logic condition if there is no something of these three fields, title, content, and user ID. Most important here, that we here would be dispatch only one action, and in application tank 1, where we need tank dispatch dispatch two action pending time, and here we dispatch only one action creator post edit only one action, and that is payload. It is a title, content, and user ID. There is no waiting. It is in our memory. It is immediately. It is a single thread process in JavaScript. It is a synchronized. Redux understand that dispatch post that action creator, and it is very simple, more simple process than when we have data remote, and the JavaScript must go asynchron. In that situation, we need tank. We need create asynchron tank function. We import it from Redux toolkit, and that function create tank, and that tank send dispatch to reducer, dispatch two action. Here, dispatch only one action. Here, global state is array post. Here there is a no status and properties status and error. Here is only one array post is state, not object post with three properties, one of them is post array. No, here is only post array, and altogether very simple. Don't need tank and action. Every action now it is add post, add new post, but action update, delete, action read. It is action and one object, one action object go to reducer. In a tank, when we have remote, we have two action dispatched in reducer, one by one. Okay, every action here and there is a two properties, action type and action payload. This is action type here, post edit. Name of function action creator is also name of action type, post edit, action type. And what is the payload? Payload is a title, content, user ID. That would be in request, send request, axios.post request, it go to mock server. No, here is a no in mock server again. There is no request, there is no asynchronous process. This payload go in action object, go to reducer in memory and create a new state in memory in our computers. It is, we have here a reducer, we have not extra reducer, but we have post slice there and here, post slice. But this post slice is more simple. There is only every feature, read, create, update, delete, every feature, there is a one action. There is a one action. Directly interaction, user interaction on the user interface, again, generate action. That action go in memory, would be dispatched to Redux store reducer. Reducer receive use payload for interaction with actual state post array, and action type is what to do. Action type means like there in Tank. Action type means what to do with payload. Push, update, etc., and delete, read, what to do, and it result of that would be new state. That state is array post. Okay, here you must get back and very concentrate that you understand it. Difference between tank and action creator here. Tank is also action creator, but create two action creator, pending type. And why we need tank? We need tank because Redux don't understand asynchronous process, but like hard state manager must know what happened with data in that asynchronous process. And tank dispatch two action, pending type and fulfilled type, or rejected. And there is status properties in post object. And that status said in Redux know by status what happened, and the developer by that status can create user interface, information in user interface. When we have status loading, it means pending type of action. Status was loading, and during status loading, we will see some animation about loading. And fulfilled, when happened fulfilled, we will see all post animation loading stop, and we see post on our user interface. It is application 454 with the data in memory. And we see in videos, previous videos, how function application tank 1 with data in remote server, React Redux remote server. This is React Redux application, but data is in memory of our computer. And we also see application only React without Redux. There is a local state on post list, not connected on Redux by a use selector, but local state managed by use state. Use state is also manager, data state manager, but local state manager. And that application 470 without Redux, with data on remote mock server. JavaScript go out asynchron, create request, get, post, etc. request, and in response, that request return promise object, and in return, in response data, that response data, it is without Redux, that response data go directly in parameter of set state, parameter set state. Very simple. Get remote, get request to server, server update title content. There we have title content, give ID, and ID title content response data back, and set set post, take it in as parameter, and change set posts, change local state post in for but here we have a user selector because we here is it is 454 add post form here. Okay, it is title, content, user ID. This part is it is local state. This part is equal like before, but we have here we have separate a variable equal arrow function this side, or we can directly set this arrow function get directly in parameter of here it is. Okay, here is a reference of on title change function. Here is on change, on author change, and here is it is story as I talked about in previous video, and here it is. Value is content, and okay, on click colon save post click. This is okay. Same as before, all is the same as before. The only difference is crucial, big difference is dispatch. What we dispatch action, or we dispatch tank. 454 dispatch action. This is, we know, it is action creator function here, but after execution, it would be action object. With the action object, always have two properties. Action type, here it is post edit. A name of function is also action type. And payload, it is this title, content, and user ID, that object. It would be, it is object, it is members, it would be members of next actual state, but it would be dispatch. Dispatch is method of store. It would be dispatch to store. It is a main part of Redux, and in that store, it dispatch to reducer object action with the two properties. Post edit said what to do with action type. In this situation, it would be push. But in reducer, always there is I'm library in background, and I'm library is library for create immutable way, instead of us create copy of actual state and push this title, content, user ID to existing copy, and it is after that it is new state, global state, and immediately by use selector it is post list. I must find post list. Here it is, post list. Here it is constant post is use selector. Use selector parameter variable arrow function with parameter state, and here it is in body state post. It is only there is no object, but posts is only one array. There is no here status, and there is no error, only post. And immediately, when user click on save button, dispatch event handler dispatch action type and action and the payload. Dispatch action to reducer. To reducer, and result of that is a new post with one more post inside of array. And immediately it is visible. It is visible in this value. This value is changed. This value is changed. Use selector. This value is changed. This value go through change ordering, descending from ascending to descending, and that ordered post from that ordering post use for map method of that ordered post, and it is equal variable rendered post. And rendered post is a list of this article and all what is inside. How many posts, so many article with all this, and so many posts on the screen. And we see here rendered post. It is very very clear, very it is a rule, first letter for acronym solid. Select by conserve, select by goal. Return, here we need only show, only present a list on the screen. It is return part. And it is excellent to see right as it rendered post is complete list. But where we create that list here, this list is created here, and we create rendered post because of select by considering by goals. We need variable, and we have this variable that we can use here, only that variable. But to create equal ordered post descending dot map, and it is rendered post is complete list, post list in descending order on the screen, and we show it in a return. Okay, it's all for this video. Thank you for watching this video.